welcome Mission Redlands Church to this illustration of the gospel known as the Three Circles. It is a summary of the good news for yourself, but more importantly, once you've accepted the gospel, it is a summary for you to present to others. And so it starts very simply with a circle. This circle represents our current state of affairs as humanity. See, we all deep down recognize that we are in a state of brokenness. Is it supposed to be a crack there? Now, in the state of brokenness, we see the world, we see it. We see this brokenness, whether it's through war or disease, or even within our family relationships, or even within ourselves, the deep sense of longing, of things that are missing, or the way that we seek to satisfy our appetites in things that don't produce everlasting satisfaction. We are indeed broken. How do we try to fix this brokenness? We try different ways. We try to fix it with success. We try to define ourselves by our status or our wealth or our achievements. And so we seek to fix the brokenness by our success, but in the end, we are still unrepaired. We seek to do it through substance abuse. Not everyone partakes in this, but many do. And in fact, one could argue that we all abuse something. Maybe not a substance, but maybe a thought. We seek to fix the brokenness with relationships, finding the ideal person, the ideal relationship that will fix that sense of longing or of brokenness, but also, much like the previous two, we are left unrepaired. And here's the surprising one. You may even seek to repair yourself with religion, trying to achieve some type of spiritual level by your own merit to fix the brokenness. But this actually, surprisingly, also fails. Why do we start in this default position? Well, in reality, it wasn't meant to be this way. There's another circle. God had in mind a perfect design, and He created the universe with His perfect design. But we fell out of God's perfect design because instead of following His way, we sought to follow our way. That's all sin is, us following our way. Now, in doing this, we are no longer capable of being in the presence of the perfect Father, and that causes the sense of brokenness. Sin leads to a separation from the one who fulfills us, who keeps us intact. But our sin separates us, and we are now in this state of brokenness. And we can't escape it by our own mechanisms. But there is a way out. There is a way out. There's a third circle. This third circle is Jesus. See, the Father loved us so much that He did not want us to be in brokenness. He did not want us to be forever separated from God, the only thing that fulfills us. So He sends His Son. And Jesus, being God, comes and lives not like God, but the life of a servant. He lives a perfect design life. He lives according to the parameters and design of God. And then He becomes broken for us. He takes the penalty of us following our way, and He takes it upon Himself as if it was Him who decided to follow another way that wasn't God's perfect design. But he achieves victory in his resurrection, guaranteeing to us that we will also resurrect and not fall to death ultimately. All we have to do to obtain this that Jesus provides for us is to turn and believe in Jesus as King of our life. He is the King. And when we turn, what some might call repent, and when we believe, what some might call faith, and do that in Jesus, we turn to him as the one that can fix the brokenness. We believe in him as the one that can fix the brokenness. In turning, we acknowledge that this direction didn't work for us, but we turn towards Jesus and we believe in him as being that repairman, so to speak. And we make him King of our lives, restoring God's design back into our lives again. And in this process, we are restored back into God's presence. Now, we aren't perfect at that very moment, but rather we start a restoration process that's ongoing and that allows us to grow. Now, of course, the story doesn't end there. Jesus invites us, having tasted this restoration and being now in God's good graces and being repaired daily, more and more of our brokenness, we excited go into the world to share the good news that the brokenness can be fixed. And that is the good news.